Good morning, folks. Ron Bishop here again from Timaru, New Zealand. How's everybody this morning? Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, and I forgot you, Christine. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Harry. Good morning, Scott. Today I thought I'd talk to you about Christine. And this message is for Christine. So if you're listening, Christine, I want to talk to you through YouTube. Okay? Now, Christine, you and I know that we've had a big argument, a long argument. It's taken 5 years of an argument. It's not over yet. It's not over yet because I won't let go, will I? I won't quit. You see, Margaret and I are innocent of any crime, and we've been charged with a crime. We've been charged with sacking you for no reason. Now, you and I both know I had plenty of reasons to sack you, and I should have sacked you in 2007. You know that, but I gave you another chance. However, you also know that there was a dispute over your wages after I dismissed you, and you sent the cheque back. I gave you a cheque for $630 odd, and you sent it back and said you wanted $680. And so instead you went for a personal grievance claim, made a personal grievance claim through your solicitor. And you and I, Christine, know that solicitors don't do things for nothing. And they would have encouraged you, and you actually spent, I don't know how much it was, Christine, but it must have been about $40,000 you spent on lawyers' fees. Now that's not very good business management. And of course you got $30,000 out of me. Now I'm not saying, what I'm saying is wrong. It is wrong, but it's not your fault. It's the government's fault. You see, I'm making a counterclaim against the government and other peoples involved in this law case, but I don't want any money off you. Not a cent. Because you won the case. You won the case fair and square under the law as it stands. And it's the law as it stands that's wrong. And because it's wrong, your life was turned upside down, and my life was turned upside down. All our families' lives were turned upside down because of the stupid law that allows you to, if you get dismissed, to sue the boss. And you can't do that. It should not be allowed. So my message to you is this, and I'm just going to I'll go and get my orange drink, and I'll come back, and I want to talk to you, Christine, personally. Well, it's not personally, it's worldwide. It's going worldwide. But the case I'm using is our case to help change the system for other people. Okay? I'll be back in a minute. Cheers, Christine. It's orange juice. Bloody good for you. You should try it. Now, where will I start, Christine? I've written some notes down here. And I wanted, we best to start at the beginning, hadn't we? You came and saw me, applied for a job, you and Susie, and I had to decide whether I'd take which one I'd give the job to, and I gave it to you both. Susie came on board, and so did you. You showed me a reference you got from Harvey Will Travel, and I rang Gayleen, and she couldn't tell me anything about you because she had signed a confidentiality agreement. But you knew the reference that you gave me. You got that reference after you were dismissed from your previous job, didn't you? And you know why you were dismissed from your previous job, from Harvey Will Travel. You know very well, and I'm not going to talk about it here. You also know that you had some clients with Fidelity Life, and you wanted to service those, and you know that I let you do that. And you were supposed to set up a agency agreement, but it was wrong to put it in your name, wasn't it, Christine? You should never have put that agreement in your name, and you should never have got the commissions. Excuse me. You should never have put the commissions in our bank account, $5,300 in our bank account, because to avoid tax, because that's what you told me. You told me you're going to avoid tax by putting it into our bank accounts. Well, it wasn't our money, Christine. If you'd signed the agreement in your own personal name, and Data Communications was out of it, my wife was out of it, and I was out of it, and it was all in your name, you just can't do that. And the National Bank, of course, you used to work for the National Bank, and they let you do it because you knew you had some inside information. You knew people in the bank that let you do that. Now, all this stuff, of course, is coming up now, but I just don't get it, Christine. I just don't get why you did that. I just don't understand why you did that, and why you spent all that money on lawyers' fees. It just waste bloody money. We could have sat down around the table if you'd kept calm. Harry and Scott and you and I, we could have sat around. I wanted you to take over my business. I was fed up with debt collection, and I wanted to get out of it. And I wanted you to buy my business. And I was trying to line things up so you could have my business. But in the finish, it just blew up, and I had to get rid of you. And I gave it to Fiona, because Fiona had worked with me for quite some time, and she got it for a song. I mean, I gave her the whole works. And all she did was pay for a bit of furniture and stuff like that. Okay? Now, just a minute, I'll get my thoughts back again, Christine. I'll come back to you because this is an important message. It's going around the world. And I've put your photograph on my post now. And I want you to help me change the employment law in New Zealand. I want you to help me. I've forgiven you for all you've done to me. I've forgiven you for that. And I don't want any money out of you, right? All I want is you to help me change the employment law in New Zealand that's crippling employees and employers, okay? And you can do that. In just a minute, I'll have a drink of water. Right, we're back again. Now, remember the $10,000 in lawyers' fees that RSM law overcharged you. Remember that the judge said that you'd been overcharged by $10,000. You'd been charged $24,000 in lawyers' fees at one stage, and it was $10,000 more than what you're supposed to have been charged. And because the law firm RSM Law was using senior solicitors' rates and had a junior doing the work. So the $10,000 that you were overcharged, I don't know whether you ever paid that, but you shouldn't have. And they put it on to me, of course. They charged me $10,000 for your lawyer's fees, and I didn't employ your lawyer. You did. But that's the rules. That's the rules in New Zealand. Now, so where do we go from here, Christine? I want to keep this short. Christine, what I'm saying to you is this. Come and see us. Come and see Margaret and I. Come and sit down. Or if no, don't come and see Margaret. She's really upset. It wouldn't be a wise move. But I'd like to meet with you. I know you live in Fairlie. I've done my homework. I know you've sold your shares in Barcode Wine Bar. And it's a small world, Christine. But listen, can we sit down and have a cup of tea? Can I come up to Fairlie and we'll go and have a cup of tea? Or will you come down to me? We'll talk this out. I want to meet you, Christine. I want to get back and meet you, because I'm going to help you. I know your life's been bloody turned around. You've had 2 or 3 jobs since you left me, but I can help you. Remember I said I was going to put you on a personal self-development program? Well, I got too busy. We were both busy, and I never got around to doing it. But there's going to be a personal self-development program going on my website here shortly, and I want you to go on there, and I want you to listen to it every day. Okay? So, Christine, we want to change the law. I want to change the law for the better of all those kids that haven't even left school yet. They've been taught that you can go and get the sack and claim from your boss. And it's wrong. It should not be allowed to be like that. So I want you to help me. No money, I don't want any money out of you, but I want $1 million. I'm going for $1 million in compensation, and if you play your cards right, I might even give you a few $100,000, right? As long as you'll help me. As long as you'll help me, okay? Because we're going to give this $1 million, and we don't want $1 million. We'll give some of it away too as well if we get it, but come on my side get off their side and come and talk to me, okay? You're a good woman, good hard-working woman, Christine. I love you to bits. Well, no, I don't love you to bits, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any hatred towards you. I have hatred to what you did to me, yes, sure. But it wasn't your fault. It was mostly the government's fault for having a stupid law, and you were encouraged by the lawyers. It was the lawyers' fault, really. Wasn't it, eh? Hey, listen, see you tomorrow. Keep your powder dry. And give my regards to Harry and to Scott and the other little daughter there. They're lovely people. Bye-bye.